Hello everyone, here we go. We are back with a new episode, and with us today we have Aftab and Riyadh. Today is going to be an amazing session, to be honest, and I want to learn from you. Riyadh is a very calm professional and very kind person, and I want to learn from you, Riyadh, a lot because your experience
Sure.
is good and you have a long journey as well. So let's. I think you should introduce yourself, what you do, what's your name, like from the beginning. Just introduce yourself.
Sure. Well, thank you for this opportunity. And I'm really excited that Unbox and the Akas is collaborating on this podcast show. And I look forward to more, podcasts and interesting topics to discuss. So my name is Riyadh. You know me.
Thanks so much.
And I am the current director for Unbox since 2019, end of 2019. So I'm gonna give you a quick brief about my career. So I started my career in financial services. So very different industry back in the US. I did that for almost 7 years. And in 2010, I made a huge move. I left the US and moved to this part of the region. And I worked for a large co-working space operator in Saudi specifically for 10 years. And I joined Unbox in 2019, and it's been very exciting journey and a very fun journey. That's where I am now, and I've been very busy. You've seen me very busy.
He is always busy.
Yeah, we're expanding pretty fast. So we started with this location in Bay Square. Now we have 4 locations. So within 6 month time frame, we've opened 3 locations, and now we're exploring other regions as well.
That's great. And I don't know, you based in the US as well. So I have a very quick question. So do you appreciate to move from US to Dubai? So do you prefer more Dubai, or what's your opinion?
Well, I think this region has a lot to offer, especially now with the mega projects happening in the region, in Saudi Arabia and in Dubai. So I see the growth and the potential, especially for entrepreneurs and startups, and of course, large enterprises and corporations. It's a very dynamic economy, a lot of things happening, and I realized that in 2010 before leaving, coming to Dubai. And to be frank, I just wanted to be part of this growth and the change that is happening in this region. So yeah, I think we're very well positioned.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we're lucky to be in this region.
And if I give you the honest answer, like I'm super happy to move to Dubai, and I think I made the right decision after Singapore and different countries. I think Dubai is the best so far.
Dubai is,
It's charm, right?
it's a great city.
Yeah.
Great lifestyle, a lot of opportunities, and it's a young city.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the population here, everybody's. I mean, I think I would say 70% are below the age of 40 or 45.
Yeah.
So it's very dynamic, and it's not only Dubai, the whole region now. It's
And Saudi now is going very good.
exactly. So it's definitely exciting times for us as professionals. Specifically for small companies or startup like yourself.
Yeah.
We're a startup. I mean, we started in 2019, and we're still expanding. Although we have 4 locations, but for this industry, 4 or 5 locations is still a very small operation.
That's great. 4 or 5 locations. Sorry, I didn't know 3 locations. So the Unbox, what exactly is this? Like co-working space? How do you see the Unbox? And everyone wants to listen. Like Unbox, what exactly is Unbox?
So Unbox is actually started before I joined.
Okay.
The idea was not to be a co-working space operator. It was actually an incubator.
Oh.
Yeah. So, but the business model was not very well set up. So we thought, well, let's turn it into more of a co-working space.
Great.
But we always have this plan once we grow the business to have a business incubation component into the co-working space.
That's lovely.
Yeah. So we're working on it. We haven't yet perfected the model, but I can see this happening in the next couple of years, where we bring a business incubator, whether we do it in-house or we bring a business incubator from abroad, and integrate the co-working space component with the
Okay.
business incubation.
You know, we will have a chat about the business incubation as well, because we have something interesting is coming on the AI platform.
Sure.
So we will chat about this one. So since we talk about the co-working space, I'm seeing now it's a more trendy working remotely and hybrid. How the co-working space help on the working on the hybrid and also working remotely? Because for me, I cannot sit at home and work from home. It's a nice idea to work from home, but I cannot manage. So how do you see the most like it's almost trending now? So like people working remotely and hybrid. How the co-working space in between this remote and hybrid?
That's a very good question. So the remote working, it always existed from
Okay.
years back.
Yeah.
And that's why there's a product called the virtual office. It's one of these services that we offer to our members. So it existed way before COVID, but COVID accelerated
Oh.
the hybrid workspace and the remote working. So what's a virtual office? A virtual office is an office, but you don't have a physical presence at Unbox or any other operator. So you have a telephone number
Yeah.
that we offer, somebody who, a receptionist who answers the phone calls in the company's name, access to meeting room, boardrooms, access to our facility,
Okay.
but you don't have a physical presence in the co-working space. So that package has been, offered with Unbox and other operators since decades. So it's not something new. But after COVID, the whole dynamic of workspace and changed, right? So we sat at home, we got stuck at home for 6-8 months. A lot of people start working from home, and large corporation realized, hey, I don't need that huge footprint to accommodate all my team members
Yeah.
in one space. And even entrepreneurs and startups, they realized, hey, I don't have to rent a traditional office and pay X amount of money for
Yes.
and lease and hiring, and I can just have my own setup and work from home. And now technology is so advanced. I mean, through your laptop and telephone number, you can pretty much run an entire operation. So after COVID, the whole work dynamics changed, and that benefited our business, to be frank, and not only our business, other operators, where people realized, hey, I don't have to be at the office on
Yeah.
a daily basis.
Okay.
I can have a support staff helping me. For instance, like Unbox, a virtual receptionist, a virtual IT person. And when I need the boardroom or the meeting rooms or the office, I can use it on ad hoc basis. So that helped us in a way that people are looking for flexibility in the workspace. And I'll give you the 5 main benefits.
Okay.
Operating your business, whether you're a startup or a large enterprise, to operate in a co-working space. A is flexibility.
Flexibility. Okay.
I mean, you can have monthly memberships. You pay on monthly terms. So you're not obliged to a long-term commitment and pay upfront for a year. So flexibility is a great added value that co-working space offer in terms of membership flexibility. B is the reliable support services, right? I mean,
Okay.
you are a member here at Unbox.
Yes.
If you need anything, you have a receptionist that can help you. You have resources such
Yes.
as meeting rooms, Zoom rooms that you can use. You want IT help, we have an IT
Yeah.
engineer in-house. So the reliable support services, and these are very expensive if you want to
True.
have it
True.
on your own. So this is a second point that is very important. The third is sense of community and networking opportunities, right? I mean, a good example is yourself.
Yes.
You've been a member since what, 2021?
Almost like 3 years.
Yeah, almost like 3
Almost like
years.
2021. Yes, exactly.
And you're a hot desk member, you
Yes.
know. And I mean, I've seen you throughout your stay here. You've interacted with a lot of companies.
Yes.
That companies that are still here, others, have outgrown the space and they took their own space. So as an example, so you took advantage not only from the services that we offered, but also the community element and the partnership that you've done and the business that you've won, being part of such a collaborative
Yes.
community. So that's also a an added value. Last but not least is reducing cost, right?
Yes.
So that's a major factor, especially for startup, but even funny enough for large enterprise, because you're paying one invoice, and this invoice it's all inclusive. You know what to expect. You have a beautiful place that you work from. You have all the right services and resources available at your fingertip. So these 5 reasons that I've just discussed are the reason why we are doing well and we exist and we're expanding.
Yeah.
So, and if you look at the trend now, I was actually reading a few articles yesterday. The number of co-working space worldwide from 2018
Yes.
to 2024 has increased in 20%. 20% increase. That's the
20%
annual.
increase.
This is the annual growth rate. 20%.
20%.
Yes.
Okay, that's great.
And the number of members using the co-working space grew by 25%, and that's from 2018 to 2024. But from 2002 to 2023, in Dubai alone, the demand for flexible workspace or co-working space, same terminology, increased by 40%.
40%.
In 1 year. So
1 year.
from 18 to 2023, it was 18%. From 2022 to 2023, 40%.
40% is a big number.
So the numbers are huge.
Yes.
So yeah, I think we are very well positioned.
You know, I will tell you one more thing here. I reached to the COP28. COP28 is massive here, right? So I don't know how I reached there, but so one guy from the Unbox community, they helped me to reach there to work with the COP28. As a big achievement, I haven't done anything to prepare myself for the COP28. I'd never thought about it, but the guy just met me, and to be honest, I will tell you one more. It's few, like with the 5 benefits you tell you, the values you telling to us. So when I started the company, so I used to sit, because I don't have a big, massive, the finance, right? So I used to sit in a coffee shop. So sitting in the coffee shop 4 hours, that's a good idea. But after a week, they put the notice. So maximum, like we can sit only 2 hours. So I realized, okay, this is for me basically, not for everyone. So on that time, I started looking what was the easiest way I can sit in the office, and then I found the Unbox. Through the Unbox, I got 4 clients, okay, and one client I met. You just entered the elevator. I say, "Hey," like, "Yeah, what you do?" I'm like, "What you do?" Like, "We need you." That's it.
Well, you have to pay us a referral fee then.
Okay, that's why I'm not telling to him. That's the reason I'm not telling to him. Another point, how the co-working space help to find a good resource. I've seen a couple of people. I have a good example. I will tell you later. How the co-working space also help. And even the Unbox as well, to help to find a good equipment or the resource or any person who can join the company as well.
You mean how we can help companies find the right talent for them?
Exactly.
Well, we don't do that in-house.
Okay.
Okay, but again, I have almost, in this location only, around 300 members.
300 members.
300 members.
Okay.
120 or 130 companies in total. So the way we work, I get approached a lot by new members, like, "Hey, I want to hire someone. Do you know of anyone?" I'm not an expert. I'm not a recruiter.
Okay.
But I tell them, "Hey, listen, next door, I have this recruitment company. I'm happy to introduce you to them, and they can help you out." So, and every member that joined Unbox, you've been getting the emails. We send introduction emails.
Exactly.
Okay, about their business, their company profile, and we list their company profile, company information on our big screen.
Yes.
So we want to create that community element. We want people, our members, to collaborate, do business together, because once you have that, you create a community. And once you create a community, people want to be part of it. We are social animals.
Yeah.
At the end of
true.
the day, you want to be part of, a place where you can network, meet people, exchange ideas, to do partnership with. I'll give you an example. I used to go to a gym, a beautiful gym,
Yeah.
high-tech equipments, but it's just dead. It's just dead. There is no sense of, the vibe is not there.
Yeah.
I stayed there for 6 months. I'm like, well, it's a beautiful gym, it's great, but it's boring. Although it's super high-tech. And then I joined another gym. Actually, I can name it. It's UFC gym.
UFC. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you feel the vibe. It's very, simple, nice, well-equipped gym, but it's not as fancy as the other one. And I'm a member since 2 years now. Why? Because of the community element. There's a lot of classes. Very similar people to myself, young professionals who wants to get fit and so forth. So it's very important to join a co-working space that has a community element into it. Because once you're part of a community, you'll never leave.
You never leave, true.
Yeah.
I don't want to leave.
Yeah, especially if you're comfortable with the management, with the
Yes.
service that you're getting, the design element and
Yeah.
so forth. I'm not sure if you've seen our new locations,
I haven't got a chance yet.
but
Yeah,
you
I
have to
visit.
because we've improved the design element. For instance, now we don't have Zoom rooms here. The new locations, if you get a call, we have
Yeah.
dedicated Zoom
Oh,
rooms. We
okay.
have phone booth, small phone booth where
So
you
where's
can
the
have
new
a phone.
location?
So we have one that is operational now on Sheikh Zayed Road,
Okay.
API World Tower.
Right.
It's a fantastic location,
Okay.
ground level,
Oh, good.
and then mezzanine, and then the phase 2 section we're gonna have a beautiful sunken garden,
Wow.
outdoor co-working space. Imagine having
We should do the
Yeah.
podcast there as well.
exactly.
Yeah.
So imagine having an outdoor co-working space
Yes.
with beautiful landscape in the middle of the city.
That's great.
So that's operational now, and it's very accessible to the metro. Great location. We're almost full, 80% occupancy, and the new location opening up in March, actually, a couple of weeks.
All right.
It's in API Trio Tower on Sheikh Zayed Road,
Okay.
Barsha 1,
Barsha
next to the Mall of Emirates.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. It's a very special location as well because it's on the 37th, 38th floor, so it's in a high rise.
Okay.
Overlooking Burj Al Arab, the
have a good
Palm,
view.
downtown Sheikh Zayed view. So it has a 360 view of Dubai and our new location in Dubai South, Expo Village.
Oh, okay. Excellent.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
already operation. Or?
Yeah, we opened in October. This is just a co-working space. We don't have serviced offices. It's just 6,000, 7,000 square feet of hot desk and private desk.
Okay.
So, and it's a great location, plenty of parking, and we're activating the community as well.
Wow,
So once
parking.
we have all these locations, and we do a good job having a community in every location, our members can, like yourself, go work in any locations and meet different kind of people.
That sounds good for me. Yeah. I will tell you one. I found him as well in the box as well, and he's working on the different project.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was
Okay.
working on a different project. I had a couple of chats and I have coffee, and I'm like, dude, whenever you got a chance, just let me know. You are in, and the best value from the Unbox, I would say, like he's working with me as well, and we're doing one startup as well. Okay?
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, like
I
this
think
is
it's been more than a year, right?
yes, we are together
Yeah.
more than a year.
So another startup, or it's the same
Yeah, it's,
business
di-
that
it's a
you
different
have?
startup we are working.
It's a new venture.
It's a new
different
venture.
industry. Or?
Different AI.
It's
Yeah, it's a
totally
totally different
Wow.
industry.
Can you tell us more about it, or it's
So-
still confidential?
It's
No,
not
it's-
about
it's
at the moment.
confidential.
Yes, but we will. I will let you know since you talk about the
Okay.
incubator and then the business hub.
Yeah.
It's also similar something with the AI, but he got an idea, right? And he shared with me. Okay, let's do it. So this is the best thing I want to also the value. So I seen a couple of like a bunch of the people here, and what I seen is young, talented, okay, and they have a vision or ambitious to do something interesting. That's why they're sitting here, not to going a trending office or government job. I love to be here because the design is amazing, right? I don't feel like I'm working here in an office, 9 to 6 job. We just fun, work, focus, and leave. This is what we've seen from the Unbox. It's totally amazing. So I have another question. Maybe it's probably going to be the last question.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, like, as you have been working since 2019 in Unbox, so have you ever seen a company starting from zero to going to 100, maybe like growing and having their own offices?
Yeah, I mean, it happens all the time. So we have two companies actually. I think Muhammad worked with one of them. They started with us, 3 to 4 people, for I think a year, and another company 2 years, and they reach a point where they outgrow the space.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't make sense for them to stay in a co-working environment. They need to have their own, reception. They're making enough money now to be able to expand. So for me, this is the biggest success story, right? When someone, hopefully you get to this point, this one, Mo. when our members, they start with us as a startup or a small company, and then they outgrow the space, and they end up taking their own traditional space, and I still visit them every once in a while. I go and visit and check on
That's
them.
good.
So yeah, we've seen that a lot, and this is the only time where I'm happy to see a client leaving, when they outgrow the space and just being in an Unbox or any other co-working space operator does not make financial sense or marketing sense to them.
As you mentioned, like I will be go from here. I don't think so, because I asked my team, do you want to work from office? And this is okay, co-working space. They always say, nah, this is okay, this is fun. So 8 years ago, when I thought about that, I should have my own marketing agency, and I was thinking it's not like a office. It should be like, go to the venue, have fun, work, and leave on the time.
I mean, basically, I learned a lot from this space. I see so many people with different talent, with different industries. I get to know what exactly they are.
Yes.
And then I start thinking, man, this whole business model is something else.
Yes.
And I'm quite impressed, like how you guys have this, open desk where you can just go say hello to everyone and get to know what do they do. And I mean,
It's amazing.
I mean, I'm basically like, I want to learn what this person does.
Okay.
So it's
And easy to access to everyone. You can
easy
solve.
to access, easy to understand, and it's the best thing.
I have a last question. It's a very important question. So, what's the okay? So maybe I need to explain this question, because this I want to understand. What's the next of the co-working space, or I should say, what's the next of Unbox? So, what you're seeing in the future? What's going to be happening to the next level of co-working space?
That's a very good question, and me and the partners, we always brainstorm about what's next for Unbox. The way I see it, the future of co-working space, and this industry is evolving and growing very fast. The last year we have probably 5 operators around 5 kilometers radius that have opened here. I believe the future is co-working space is not only co-working space. It's a combination of co-living or housing accommodations or serviced apartment, you can call it co-living, and a gym facility, wellness center, and an F&B component all in one building.
So
it's a
basically,
work
like in the same building you'll have everything.
Exactly. It's a work, live, play concept. And we're looking into it. It's still confidential, but this is something
I think you should not reveal this.
This is something that we're exploring now. And our group opened also a hotel called The News in Jumeirah Garden City. You should see it, by the way.
Okay.
So it's a hotel apartment, 88 studios, fully furnished, with a fridge, a dishwasher. You can pretty much live in it for a year or short-term duration. And there's a paddle tennis court.
Wow.
Paddle tennis, a swimming pool, a gym component, and a small co-working space area that we're testing it. So I think the way I see co-working space evolving, I'm not sure if all operators will get into this because it's a different business model, is the work and live play concept. One building that offers all three in one space.
So which means I got the resident and I got all this opportunity as well.
Exactly.
Oh,
so
that's
this is
great.
mainly attractive for yourself, for instance, right? I think you're single, not
Yes,
married.
I am.
So, you know, a studio or one bedroom apartment is sufficient for you.
Yes.
You want to have access to a place to work within the building.
Okay, yeah.
A gym, you
Yeah.
know, to take, you know, an hour break and get your cardio on.
Yeah.
And or swim or have
Yeah.
a, you know, a nice canteen, small cafeteria with healthy food and so forth. So if you create that ecosystem and that setup in one building, I think it will be a slam dunk. I'll give you an example. I would say 50% of our members here, especially the co-working space members, they live, you know, in the neighboring buildings here.
Yeah.
So they walk,
Yes.
they work at Unbox, they go to the neighboring gym, get the workout done, and they go home.
True.
So why don't we provide this
In one.
in one standalone building?
That's a great idea.
So this is where the idea, you know, came from, and we see the demand for it. It's not for everyone, but having a co-working space with a residential component, wellness center, F&B section,
Yeah. Okay.
nicely designed, comfortable, secure. I think I hope this is our next venture.
That's a great one.
We're really working hard on it, and hopefully we'll make it happen.
I can imagine it's like I can save a bunch of my time. So if I'm living in the same residence, just go down for the gym, because I'm struggling with the timing now, with the traffic as well. Because my trainer,
Parking, you gotta find parking. You gotta
Parking,
deal
yes.
with the commute. It's just a headache.
it's a headache, yeah.
And your time should be spent on your business.
And then I can have I have my time as well, so I can spend myself as well. So instead of stuck in the traffic and go there to there, it's going to be amazing.
Exactly. Especially for you, you're such a workaholic. So I'm sure you're not gonna have time to go sleep.
Oh yeah,
You gotta be the,
that's like a problem as well, by the way.
Yeah, and another thing, as I would say, the IT element, you know, seamless experience where clients can, you know, book everything, and we have that now. But I think the IT component as well, integrating high-tech equipments and seamless technology within the co-working space is also the trend that I see, and then the future of co-working space.
Okay.
So integrating technology into the co-working space, but that kind of capital intensive. It costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, we reach a point where everything will be contactless, everything will be integrated. I mean, it's already there, but not up to the level of where operators want to be. So I think technology is also another component where I see it will reshape the industry
Okay.
and the design element.
Design.
I'm telling you.
what
So
is-
you've seen this location. You gotta see the new location, because every new location we are improving the design element. So the new location, we called it Unbox 2.0, and now the other location, not Sheikh Zayed, we're opening a location in Abu Dhabi. It's gonna be Unbox 3.0. So every location that you're gonna go to now,
Okay.
at the Unbox, you're gonna see a better design element. For instance, as I mentioned to you, integrating Zoom rooms, fully equipped Zoom rooms, phone booth, focus rooms. So, you know, I'm here working every day with my team. We're always listening to our, you know, members' need and wants, and how we can improve the business, not only in terms of customer service experience, but also, you know, having the right resources and the right setup for our members.
Yeah, that's great.
And I'm telling you, the young generations,
The change.
they're very demanding.
Yeah.
And they get bored very fast. So
Yeah.
you always have to keep
True.
up with them and make few changes so they don't get bored.
I think it's a good
they're
thing.
challenging.
Yeah,
it's,
they're
it's a good
challenging.
thing. They push you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good thing. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
they
for
never
sure.
never be stuck on one thing and they're never satisfied with one thing. They're always looking for something new.
Exactly.
Like 10 years ago, I was the same. Like, I want something new. Like life needs to be adventurous or some fun.
I'm not talking about you. You're old now.
Okay, all right. Yeah, now I'm still young.
Okay,
come
I'm
on.
talking about 30 and
This guy. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you can take an example. So I wanted to ask you something. What did you learn from this industry, and how will you give us a message? I mean, to people who want to be something like you, and they want to work in this industry and learn exactly how to manage such huge community.
That's
Sure.
a good question. Yeah, a
Yeah.
very good question.
So I think you gotta have passion, right? You gotta love what you do. And when I started this, working in this industry in 2010, actually I was working in a company that had an office and in a co-working space. And I had no clue that that was a business center or co-working space. So the guy hired me. I started working in that small little office. So I asked the lady, I'm like, why are we working in this small office? I mean, he has this entire space. She said, no, this is a business center. We're just renting a small office. I'm like, why? What kind of business is this? She's like, this is a co-working space. So I had no clue in 2010 what a co-working space business model is. And then, I worked for this gentleman for 6 months, didn't work out, and I was a friend with the manager there, and he told me, hey, listen, we're opening a new location. Why don't you join us? I'm like, this industry, I have no experience. My expertise is in financial services. But I liked it. I was like, wow, this is the future. This is a very amazing model, especially to this region. It was brand new. And I left the financial services and got into the co-working space. And since then, since 2010, it's my passion. So I think if you're passionate about anything you do and you really like it, you will succeed at it. And whether you're an entrepreneur or a professional working in the corporations, if you're really passionate and you love what you do, by default, if you're disciplined and focused, you will make it.
That's a very good insight.
amazing, yeah.
I think that's a very lovely thing. Like this, to learning from you, you having a great experience, and it's a great session, to be honest. Very to the point and to the topic, and we understand about the co-working, the benefit, and the future of the co-working space. I'm really glad, and then I think that's enough for today. Since
Right.
last couple of questions, we're saying last question,
Last question, yeah.
because the
It's a lot
session,
of time.
the conversation is amazing, right? Like we never
It's
got a chance to
interesting
sit.
to learn and think how exactly you have been managing this community, because you meet hundreds of people, you manage a lot of companies over here. Someone's facing this problem, you come up with a solution. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Well, the key also is having a good team, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm lucky that I have a great team that, they're well trained.
Yeah.
They also have the same passion as me for the business. So having beautiful space is not enough. You got to have a solid team that can support you,
Yes.
who can create the community element, and who is, willing to learn and grow themselves. So I think also the team is very important, and I'm lucky that I have a great team.
That's
and,
true.
And to be frank, I'm lucky. So
Yes, that's right.
having a solid team on the ground who you empower, you have good chemistry
True.
with, and they're willing to grow themselves and they want to learn more is key to success to any business.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's true.
Team is important as well. Like
Extremely.
extremely. If you are not here and behind you, they're dealing smoothly everything. So you are so lucky.
You can
with the
give
team.
my example.
Yeah, that's right. A solid guy, to be honest. Thanks so much to having this session, and really appreciate to you, to Unbox as well, to collaborate with us on the Acast talk, and we really appreciate you and giving us the opportunity to go together. And this is not the first session. This is not the last session. Definitely, we're going to be having a different session with a different guest, and we can learn more from your experience, from the different people experience, and we really appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you guys.
For your all effort, to be honest, for all effort. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I had a really good time. This is actually the longest conversation we will probably have.
That's a point.
Yeah, so
we're always busy, right?
We need to continue this conversation.
Yes, like we got it in there. I think now we understand where the Unbox start and the incubator, and now we got an idea how we can.
Exactly
it's more thing. Yeah, that's a good point. Like 30 minutes, we never never get a chance.
Well, thank you for this podcast, and thank you for being a loyal member.
Thanks
That's
so much.
the most important thing.
Yes, I understand. Thank you so much.
All right,
thank you.
guys.
Thank you so much.